Okay, this will be somewhat of a response video actually, and it's the response video to a YouTuber's video that I saw. Similar like his video, like the topic is relationships and friendships. Relationships means in this sense sexual relationships. Yeah. As you can see, I kind of listed the attributes down, what relationships are and what friendships are. Like the attributes for relationships is exchange of the sexual kind, and for friendships it's just exchange. Of course, exchange doesn't mean like that you are just friends for exchange necessarily. For example, if you help somebody and they are thankful for your help, then it's also a kind of exchange. But there's of course a certain kind of limit in the sense that relationships or friendships need to be sustainable. And they are only sustainable if both sides profit. Like, this is a bit of a game theory. Like, if two good people or good friends are befriended with each other, that's their payoff. And if one bad guy is like befriended with a good guy, the payoff gets screwed in the direction of the bad guy, while the good guy profits less or doesn't profit at all, or has a negative utility. And bad, that's a bit of a philosophical or empirical question. I assume the overall utility is kind of zero, because both kind of are there to get each other. That's probably a bit the weaker part of my theory. Like, I kind of don't know exactly how one would account for the relationship of two bad people. So yeah, like what can we say? Basically, we can say all friendships are not relationships, not sexual relationships, but all relationships are friendships, because the primary reason for, like, the primary purpose of friendships is exchange. So that's a mathematical formalization for that. Like, relationships, sexual relationships are a subset of friendships. Okay. And now we can get to the utility spectrum of friendships. This one here, let me show you how it looks like. That's a very long spectrum, basically. Friendships happen on a spectrum. This one is your enemy, -100. This is the guy that killed, what was that guy's name? Keanu Reeves' dog. Keanu Reeves' dog gets killed by this guy. This is how much he hates him. Here, I don't know what here would be, but probably the birth of your children would be 100, kind of. Like, that's the amount of happiness you might feel. I don't know. I don't have children. Some might say that. Most interactions between humans, however, happen on a daily basis, like here, somewhere around here. Like, a very good marriage would be probably somewhere like here. Like, you have consistently good interactions with each other between probably 10 and 30 or 40, who knows. I don't know, I guess here this would be the relationship where they screw each other each day. A bad relationship would be somewhere here, like somewhere that is more like mostly here. Like, there are good moments, but for very few good moments you take a lot of shit. Okay, now imagine this thing as a daily, this is a daily thing basically. Like some days it's okay, it's not never here, but like it's mostly here, 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 here. Like from day to day, people feel differently and they are on a different place on this line. So that leads us to averaging it out. Imagine this like a utility. This is the amount of utilities you can have. Like it's between minus 100 to 100. And this formula, this nice formula, shows you how much your average utility is with a certain person. So a number like 10 is pretty good. Like 10 is a solid number. An average of 10, that means that somebody is more or less, you more or less get along. But 10 can also mean following thing. Somebody, I don't know, beats the crap out of you, but later you befriend them and have a lot of jokes. That would also perhaps be a 10. Or, I don't know, you and your boyfriend are always here. It's perhaps a bit boring, but it's fun. Like, it's never a bad experience, kind of. It's not exciting though, because it's always here. But it can also mean like somebody, I don't know, gives you the best experience of your life, but also beats you from time to time, or is infidel, does infidelity, let's say. Yeah, that's kind of a 10. But most people don't evaluate relationships like that or friendships like that. It's about the expected average utility. The expected average utility. By the way, I didn't come up with that part. That's kind of, you can find that in every behavioral economics textbook. Yeah, they just don't apply it in this context, I think. Worth of relationships, basically, this is. And past utility is a good proxy for future utility. But like here, this is the doom of this wife that gets beaten by her husband. She thinks he will change because we evaluate relationships on future return, but that future return never comes to be because this part is fucked up, and because past experiences are a good proxy for future experiences, they probably never will be a happy couple. But yeah, that's basically the issue. And of course, like this is how you would write this part in a less formal way. Okay, and then I have the second page. I don't know, this I saw actually the first time at How I Met Your Mom, but I modified it a bit. Crazy, I maintained that this is crazy, but crazy can mean a lot of things in this context. So first of all, beauty and craziness is subjective. It's very subjective. Like, I would say 50% of beauty is objective, in the sense that there are more men who are attracted to models than there are men who are attracted to obese women, but they both exist. Yeah, in that way it's objective, but beyond that it's kind of subjective. And craziness is the same. Like, you might be, in terms of craziness here, like not so sane, but your partner might see you here. Like, they might think you are saner than you are. So, and we are, all our attributes are more or less on this kind of distribution function. Yes, and this is of course the utility part, and most traits are normal distributed. Okay, that I already said. Like, How would it apply here? Like, this is the people you consider crazy. At least if you are, like, these are the people that are here, kind of. Crazy people. And these are the people here that you would say sane people. I like them. I want to be friends with. These are my male friends. These are my male friends. Because I'm not gay. I find them ugly. That's why they are here. These are the people I might want to marry. Here, on this column. And here, more or less here, on this place here, the unsuccessful marriages. You marry them because they are hot, but then you realize, fuck, I consider them crazy. Or not so nice. I don't know. You can also say this one can mean nice. Yes. Also, beautiful can mean status and money and looks. Like, for women, this is a mixture most of the time. For men, it's just beautiful most of the time. And like this part, okay. Like here, this part is probably the people who divorced. They are in this place here, this place, because they don't get along on the long run. So, yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, then there are diminishing returns and negative returns. Consider this. Like, how much intelligence should your partner be? Most people want a somewhat intelligent partner. He should be here rather. And then it's the best. But if you are too smart, then they get insecure. Then they kind of think it's shitty. They don't like it too much. It's perhaps not that extreme like I draw it here, but it's more or less like that. In looks, this can also happen. Like, some women think a too good-looking man is infertile or gets too much female attention. But most attributes have a diminishing return, most positive attributes. Like, for example, beauty. Yeah, like, you can marry an 8 if she has a very good personality. But if a 10 is crazy, then you rather want to have the 8. That's true even for men. Like, I'm not saying that this is just the way men think. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, okay. That's basically it. Like, as you see, like, it's not really just about looks. It's more complicated. Looks have also a diminishing return. And most of us look somewhere along this line. But for some people, we look like this. For some people, we look like this. But for very few people, we look like this, even though we are kind of average. Yeah. So there's that. Because it's never truly objective. Like, beauty is never truly objective. Neither craziness. But craziness here, I just call it craziness, but it's also friendliness. Yeah.